How you doing, everybody? My name is Kinesis, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. We've got snacks, because we were hungry.
We were inspired by Damien's cheese and wine, so we have cheese and lemon curd and angel food cake and mixed drinks.
Oh yes, that's how you do it. So we're about to see how this all ends. Color me intrigued. Nothing can beat reading in print. Gas is cheaper in the suburbs. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post instead of through that dad book. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no.
Hanging out with that goth dad again?
Please,
Sorry,
Amanda,
really...
you know his name. And yes.
Huh? Be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household that one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power. The Lost Boys is the best vampire movie.
It is a great vampire
best
movie.
Vampire movie.
I still believe. Bow, bow, bow. Yes, Amanda, I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Turned into a bat.
I don't think...
Dad.
What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat?
Well, okay, I'm off.
Are you taking the car, or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat?
One of those. While I'm out, you can throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die. That'd be great.
I'm keeping it there as insurance. You understand, right?
That's my girl. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. Damien's cloak. He hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is gonna seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black?
Sorry, I gotta chew, because I can't do that voice with a full mouth. Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Good job. Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. Yeah, they were freaky.
I have another question.
Oh.
Go ahead.
How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life, or something?
I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept death as simply a part of living.
Can't say no to that.
It's the single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I am going to die, you are going to die, and life carries on without us.
Doesn't that make you feel scared?
Not at all. Without the advances of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives.
Oh.
Yep. The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. That is a really good point. So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead.
Ellipsis. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the bay glint off of Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look to Damien again and can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so.
I'm so sorry. I have to take this.
Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
What?
There's an emergency.
Lucian?
No, thankfully, but I must take my leave.
Oh. Okay, is there anything I can do to help?
Dads do have to stick together, right?
You know it.
Then come, there isn't time to waste.
After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a rundown building on the outskirts of town. Where are we?
It's better if I just show you.
I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript I'm still unsure of what kind of place this even is.
Wait here for a moment. I'll be right back.
Is this like a vet?
Looks like
Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of the seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from some place I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. That's the sound. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through to sniff at the air. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly, the lights shut off. I panic, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien! The lights finally turn back on. Ah!
Hey, sailor.
Ah! Mary, what are you doing here?
Come on.
You aren't here for the Fight Club.
That is absolutely
wrong
not what her
voice.
voice is.
She has the MILF voice, right?
Yes, you gave her the MILF voice.
You aren't here for the Fight Club.
Oh my god. I don't want to get punched in the face.
Great, because this is an animal shelter.
A what?
We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in?
Oh, I just... Sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter.
Because you're Satan. Wow. Okay, kid. Way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney? Just for one moment.
Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows, I see... Damien?
Oh my gosh!
It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian-era clothing, no makeup.
I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a realty company.
Of course he's an IT.
Of course. I wear tennis shoes to work, and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions, and I volunteer at the animal shelter in my spare time.
I love looking at storage solutions.
I'm boring. I'm fascinated with the Victorian history and Gothic lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am. And I need you to know that.
Oh,
Hey.
Hate to kill a moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to.
What?
Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia. Again.
Who's Duchess Cordelia?
Oh my.
She's one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She somehow learned how to open doors, and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning, I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she had already bolted. I have to stay here with the pet, so I need you two to go and find her. Yay, we're gonna find a puppy, we're gonna find a puppy. Of course.
We know exactly who the puppy is, though.
It's
It's the one that Robert found.
Yeah. Ooh,
Where could she be?
Give it a rest, buddy. Ugh.
she always ends up running off the... Damn, I'm sorry.
She always ends up running...
She always ends up
Are
running
you making
off to the
Are you
same
making fun of
places.
Damien?
Here, let me draw you a map.
Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form.
She's very smart. Ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people.
What?
You're a perfect little peach, Marley.
Ah.
We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold.
Oh.
I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. That explains the dog treats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us. Oh man, I'm Nerd's house? Oh my god, this is beautiful! Mario Batali! Mario Batali, Kale, Coffee Dad, Nerd's house, Mary's sick pad, Smalls, Dames. Oh my god, she calls him Smalls!
Which one is Smalls?
Robert, probably. Other Nerd's house is probably, which one would be Mario Batali?
I don't know. Because there's Hugo,
Yeah.
Craig,
Greg.
Brian,
Yeah.
Damien,
Damien.
Matt, Joseph.
Matt is Coffee Dad.
Yeah.
Joseph is, I suppose, Other Nerd's house.
No, that's Mary's sick pad because they're married. Joseph and Mary.
Oh, so no, I was thinking of the teacher, whoever the teacher
That's
is.
Hugo.
Hugo.
Other nerd's house, I'm guessing.
Is Mario Batali? Oh no, wait. Mario Batali is Greg. Remember, because we looked it up.
You mean Craig?
Craig? No, Greg.
There is no
Fat
Greg.
dude. Whatever his name is.
Brian!
Brian. Whatever. He looks like Greg.
Okay.
Anyway, we've got the ocean or whatever. Shit. She didn't get east or west right. The shelter, the aquarium, softball field, the coffee spoon.
There's little kitties.
And there's kitties.
She's still safe.
I'm Nerd's house?
At least you're not other nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first?
Well, if she was gone, I mean, this is a very small town, so she could be anywhere. He could be anywhere.
We were just at the beach. So, aquarium?
Yeah, we were just at the Bayside, so let's do the aquarium and go from there. Damien and I exit the parking lot, start driving towards town. I look over to him. He seems concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. What?
Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for Bark, Bark, Bark. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Marley? Gotta stay positive.
My dad once told me, Marley, you can't shove raisins up your nose. And that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged. But I kept a positive attitude, and you know what? I made it happen.
Ew.
It might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity, but on that day, I learned that anything is possible if you have a good attitude and abnormally large nostrils.
Young children really are resilient, I suppose.
Haha, yes. Young children. I was 16.
Let's just hope for the best.
We got this. Damien and I stopped by the aquarium. Everything looks in order in here, but it might help to get out of the car and take a look. You seen anything?
No dog here. Not even any sign of her. Did you know that penguins are considered the goths of the sea?
Damien, I want to believe you so badly. Okay, let's try the softball field.
Okay. We're going to see Craig.
Wait a second. I bet she went to go see Smalls. We should check the cul-de-sac.
Okay.
We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems to be pretty normal. It looks like Brian's doing some yard work. We pull into Brian's driveway and hop out.
Okay.
I just have to drink crack on my mouth. Hey, don't step on the grass, or just mow.
Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today?
Hey.
Aside from your underwater lawn.
Oh, here we go. How dare you? I take my lawn care very seriously.
Mother, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you?
I don't know about that.
Well, a little while ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's gonna take forever to retill the soil.
That could be a dog, or rather feisty raccoon.
Whatever it was, it must have been hungry. It ate all of my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere.
She's a smart pup.
Go to the coffee spoon.
To the coffee spoon! We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt. Your chill dude voice.
Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? I'm getting a workout today. Actually, yeah, I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though.
Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second.
Hey.
Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of old, grateful banana bread. Want to take some for the road, just in case?
Sure thing. Matt packages up a slice.
Yeah.
Thanks for the slice. The road slice. This banana bread is gonna be so good.
I think he meant to give it to you for the dog.
Right, I meant it's gonna be so good for the dog to eat.
Ran off toward where?
The east, he said.
Okay, well, let's see what's in the east. I feel like we're on the right track.
You think?
If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time.
Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any?
Lucian is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so glad I'm grateful. That's sweet.
There's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy.
Splendid attitude. Let's not waste any more time.
Verily.
Okay, so east.
East of the coffee spoon. Yeet. So the cul-de-sac then.
Cul-de-sac.
Or it would have been the Bayside.
Bayside, maybe? Yeah.
Let's check the Bayside. We arrived back at the Bayside. Just like old times, eh? So, what do you think? Any side of the pooch?
Great place.
Although, who knows if she made it onto any of these ships? The Duchess would do that? I wouldn't put it past her to know how to navigate in rough seas without a compass. Very smart.
Pops?
Damien and I turned to see my daughter! Amanda, what are you doing here?
Did you think I just stayed inside all day vegging out on the couch watching TV?
Sorry? What are you doing?
I'm heading home to veg out on the couch and watch TV. Had to get a burrito first. Young miss, have you seen a dog around here? Oh, you bet. I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around its neck. I saw a big old Doberman named Henry. There was a stroller full of Yorkies, a Greyhound, a Golden Retriever.
Did you see a Mastiff anywhere?
No dice. I would definitely have remembered that. I gotta run, though. This burrito has about 10 minutes before the cheese breaks down the molecular structure of a tortilla and makes it all soggy. You understand.
I do?
Of course. Have a lovely evening, Miss Beaufort.
Matt said the Duchess went east from the coffee spoon, but there's no sign of her here.
I suppose we need to go not so east. Back to the cul-de-sac. I fear that the hours are growing short. We must make haste if we're to find the Duchess by sundown.
Damien's looking more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think of something to lighten the mood. How many goths does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Sure. I don't know how many.
1. Goths are very capable, especially when looking for a dog.
Oh!
I keep reading Damien directions from the map as we drive around town. To the cul-de-sac! We arrive at the cul-de-sac to find everything looking normal, except... Uh-oh, Hugo's front door is wide open. She can open doors.
This is classic Duchess Cordelia, a telltale sign we should approach with caution.
Whatever goes down in there, I've got your back. We creep up onto the porch and step inside. There, sitting in the center of Hugo's living room like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen.
Woof.
Well, she hasn't broken anything in here, yet.
Huh.
Wonderful. Now all we have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again and get out of here before Hugo comes home.
Easy peasy.
Duchess, come here.
The Duchess eyes Damien warily. As he approaches, she begins to growl.
She's on her guard. We need another plan. Banana bread.
The banana bread. I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of grateful banana bread Matt gave me. The Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. Got some yummy, homemade, vegan, and possibly gluten-free banana bread, if that's what you're into. The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it on the ground, like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining.
It's time to go home now, Duchess.
Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move.
Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You and I used to be bosom buddies.
She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing?
What are you nerds doing?
Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. What flavor pizza rolls are those?
Good question. Pepperoni blast.
Nice. The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash.
Why is this dog in my house?
It's a long... The Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll.
Hey, she likes pizza rolls.
Ernest sits up, but the dogs keep licking his face.
Oh, hey.
Hugo stands at the door looking like he's at a loss for words.
Huh?
What? Why are you guys? Whose dog is this?
It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors.
Boof.
Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia?
How do you do? Borf. We're friends.
The Duchess looks at Ernest's face.
She's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her?
I don't know.
Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of
Huh?
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please. Look how cute she is.
Hugo sighs.
We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while, but you have to promise you'll take good care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires.
I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map and pull a pen out of my pocket. Got the forms ready for you if you're interested.
I'll even waive the adoption fee since, we technically broke into your household.
Ah,
Well, alright, it's a deal.
Thank you, Eeyore. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the form, while Ernest plays with the Duchess inside.
He sure seems happy with his new friend.
oh.
I can't do this in a sad voice, he's so happy. I know, he called me Dad. Can you believe it?
Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder.
I certainly can. I think this would be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility.
You should probably look into getting better locks on your doors, though.
The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her and she'll love you two forever. Thank you.
That was like the one voice. And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So, all in all, I think it was a fine day's work.
Nice work, you two.
Hmm.
Marley, you really value your asset to our team of volunteers, you know. If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up.
Mary, I always feel like petting puppies.
Huh?
Good to know.
Gonna pet some puppies.
Well, I'll catch you fellas later. I already made that joke.
I said that out loud, though. Mary starts to leave.
But actually, no, man.
You know what? You're the one with your mouth full of food!
And one last thing.
Hmm?
Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around.
Oh, yeah.
Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back, and I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever heard him...
She's bitchy, but she's an ally.
Mary.
Hmm.
You can fill in the blanks.
I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien.
So, about the whole goth thing. I, completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore.
Oh, what? Am I missing something here?
I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb sunglasses. Don't you care?
He looks so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions. It doesn't matter what it is, you care, and that's awesome. And also the glasses are very cute. His glasses actually do suit him very well.
You don't think I'm boring at all?
If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter.
Maybe we could be boring together.
It would never be boring if I was with you. Oh, Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face in my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. Oh.
I was so scared you wouldn't like me.
Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the colored contacts, his eyes are so dark and soulful.
May I kiss you?
Does a bat have wings? Thou art welcome.
Thou art welcome.
Thou art welcome.
Aww.
Verily, you may take upon yourself the... You know what, just kiss me. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look.
Do you want to help me take care of the puppies?
Yes! Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac, our fingers intertwined. Like a proper gentleman, he walks me to my doorstep.
This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I can be myself around you.
I'm glad, but I have one request.
What's that?
Can we keep sending each other letters?
But of course.
Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible.
Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time.
Hi, Amanda.
So...
What?
Sorry, a notification popped up. My little brother's in game.
He's playing
Are you guys,
Trolls.
like, starting a vampire coven together?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either.
Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad.
Oh, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning?
Sure thing.
I make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come.
You're so freaking cute. We found that puppy pretty fast.
Yeah, we did a good job. A lot of context clues.
Dang.
Hey!
Hey!
And you've simply taken the egg on this one. Taken the egg is it's a Victorian phrase. It technically means winning, so, ultimately, you've won.
Smooth. Alright, y'all, so, gun safety. What the fuck?
Wait, there's one more scene.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Achievement unlocked, interview with the vampire. Okay, babe. Oh, Mary's having a lively conversation with Amanda.
Interesting. We have a really fluffy Samoyed right now. His name's Harold. Loves belly rubs. He's always tries to lick your face if you get too close. Miss Christensen, thank you so much for telling me in great detail about every single dog currently at the animal shelter. Please, tell me about the Afghan with 3 legs again. Sure, Quadro we call him. It's one of those ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you. Really? Nah, but I could get you in to meet all of them. We always could use extra hands around the shelter.
Hey.
And if those extra hands also happen to steal a dog...
I'm glad you two are able to bond over cute dogs. Really warms my heart.
Dad, we're having a moment.
Ah.
Hey, Sailor. Your kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached at the hip these days.
He's around.
Stellar.
Mary turns her attention to Amanda.
It's not too hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did it plenty back in the day. At one point, I had 3 cats living in my dorm.
I decide to leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps up into my arms!
Duchess!
Hugo and Ernest run up to me. The Duchess gives my face a few broad licks and hops down.
We're working on that. Got her in a disciplinary class. Such a cute dog. She's a wild spirit who runs where she may.
I don't mind at all. Looks like the 3 of you are getting along nicely.
She's a valuable addition to the clan.
That was Hugo.
Oh, sorry. If I hold my homework in front of her, she'll eat it. Now I gotta
That was
commit.
Ernest.
Now I gotta commit.
Cool.
We'll deal with that later.
Duchess Cordelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard. Ernest follows her, laughing.
He's actually been a lot more manageable lately. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess.
Wow, the Damien storyline really affected, like, a lot of the ending.
Stories, yeah.
Anytime. I turn to spot Lucian walking up to me. Yes, Lucian? Thanks for inviting me to your party. Anytime, bud. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple years, and I know that it must not have been easy to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot, and it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucian. That means a lot to me. Sure. And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Thanks for coming by, Lucian. See you around. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guests make their way out of the party.
Did you know that in the Victoria era they would call benches seedy boys?
What? Really?
I'm kidding, Molly, but what if?
It's good to see you in your civvies again.
Thank you. I had a revelation the other day, Marley, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me.
Like his belt buckle?
There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show my true form, my information technology form. But what you said about me, about how my passion was that you should have admired, I'm sorry, I'm like getting really tired.
Oh.
Instead of separate entities, they are simply different facets of myself, a 3-dimensional human being with his own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing the way that I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place, to make myself happy.
I place my hand on Damien's and feel a slight squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile.
Oh.
I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people.
I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy you've realized that you can be a dog-loving goth.
Me too, Molly. Me too.
I feel myself inching closer and closer to Damien. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face and I'm shocked at how soft it is. How is your hair so soft?
Dog shampoo.
I keep running my hands through his hair as he leans closer to me. Placing a hand on the side of my face, he strokes my cheek with his thumb.
You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era.
Damien pulls me in for a kiss.
Oh.
But I think I can make an exception for you.
That was heartwarming. Yay! Alright, y'all, so that is the Damien arc of Dream Daddy. Next one up is going to be Hugo, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll be doing Hugo next, so stay tuned for that.
All we have after that is Robert.
Is Robert, yeah?
We're almost done.
Alright, y'all. Have a good one. Thank you all so
guys.
much for watching. If you enjoyed this, yes.
Aww.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please go kick tomorrow's butt. Because if you don't, it's going to kick yours, and I cannot wait to see you on the next adventure. And as always...
Huh?